It could have the potential to bankrupt the country. So I think it needs to be.
Don't be ridiculous.
But if
a 10-to-1 pay ratio could bankrupt the country.
Yeah, I think it could spark mass unemployment.
I think that's
of
an absolutely
working
extraordinary
people.
claim. And what on earth is your evidence base?
But it's not been tried or tested. It's a policy that is designed to appeal to people because it's got the promise of giving people something for nothing. And I've asked you whether it's ever been tried
for nothing
anywhere, and you've admitted no. And yet, for some reason, during centuries of effectively different forms of capitalism proving successful across the world, and in the case of the Nordic countries, it's still capitalism, it's just high tax, that you would be so cavalier as to propose a policy like this, which could be hugely economically damaging to Britain. And then when I ask, have you got any evidence that this would ever work? You've replied, no.
I think this is an absolutely extraordinary claim on your part, Camilla, not least because at the point where the UK used to have a much lower high to low pay ratio in the post-war period, those 30 years post-Second World War, that was the period of our greatest dynamism as an economy and our greatest success in tackling inequalities and raising the standards of everybody. Now, expectations
We also produced a lot of carbon in that time too.
Oh, absolutely. And that was problematic. But my point is that in terms of expectations of astronomically high CEO to worker pay ratios, that is something that's grown up since the 1980s. That is something that is demonstrably unhelpful economically. Why? Because the uber wealthy will squirrel their money away in fancy yachts or private jets or something like that. Whereas if that money was more fairly distributed among people at a more ordinary standard of living, it would be spent in the real economy. It would be recycled, circled around. It would be more effectively taxed.